You drift toward the event horizon of a supermassive black hole. A year of survival seems plausible. Your watch ticks normally. Meanwhile, outside the void, time accelerates. Decades vanish in seconds. Your friends are growing old and dying while you just float in the dark. The crossing is deceptively peaceful. No walls, no sirens, just a slow slide into the abyss. Gravity starts playing tricks. Space and time swap roles. Forward motion becomes an inevitability. Retreat is no longer a physical possibility. The exit is gone. The universe behind you shrinks into a tiny, brilliant circle of light. Everything you ever knew is now a distant, flickering dot in a rearview mirror that you can never use again. General relativity dictates that gravity warps time. Near a singularity, this warping becomes extreme. Gravitational time dilation ensures your clock runs slower than a clock on Earth. 1 hour here might be 7 years there. A full year inside the horizon pushes the math to a breaking point. Thousands of years pass in the outside world. Civilizations rise. Empires collapse. The sun might even swell into a red giant and swallow the Earth before your first month is over. You are not just traveling through space. You are surfing a wave of time. The universe is aging in fast forward. You are the only thing staying still in a galaxy rushing toward its own inevitable heat death. This sounds like a great way to avoid paying off a student loan. The interest rates might be high, but the statute of limitations usually expires after a few millennia. Unfortunately, the local banking laws do not recognize event horizons as valid legal residences for tax purposes. Survival depends on the size of the black hole. A small one kills you instantly. A supermassive one allows a brief window of existence. However, the tidal forces eventually win. Gravity pulls harder on your feet than on your head. This difference is called spaghettification. The body stretches like warm taffy. Atoms are pulled into long, thin ribbons. First, the joints pop. Then the spine elongates. Every cell is ripped apart into a stream of subatomic particles. The process is clinical and efficient. You become a human noodle. This is not a metaphor. It is a literal physical transformation into a one-dimensional string of organic matter. The internal organs are redistributed across several kilometers of space. Blood becomes a thin red line. The brain is smeared across the void. You are now a very long, very dead piece of biological pasta. The journey continues toward the singularity. This is the point of infinite density. Here, the laws of physics simply stop working. Mathematics breaks. Division by zero becomes a physical reality. The curvature of spacetime becomes infinite. Light itself is trapped in a recursive loop. The particles that used to be your body are now crushed into a space smaller than a single proton. The pressure is unimaginable. The heat is absolute. Quantum fluctuations tear at the remaining fragments of your existence. You are no longer a person. You are a high-energy event. Information theory suggests that your data is preserved on the surface of the black hole like a holographic sticker. The interior is a chaotic mess of crushed dimensions. Time ceases to be a linear progression. Past, present, and future collide into a single, dense point of nothingness. The singularity does not just destroy matter. It deletes the concept of a location. There is no here anymore. There is only the crushing weight of a collapsed star. The singularity is not the end. It is a transition. The density reaches a peak and then the geometry of the universe twists. You are now a stream of plasma being squeezed through a gravitational needle. The energy output is staggering. Gamma rays blast through the void. The singularity begins to evaporate via Hawking radiation. Over trillions of years, the black hole leaks mass back into space. Your atoms, now completely unrecognizable, are spat back out into a cold, dead universe. The stars have all gone dark. The galaxies have drifted apart. The cosmic microwave background has faded to a whisper. You return to a reality where there is nothing left to see. No planets, no air, no light, just an infinite frozen vacuum. The particles of your former self are scattered across a trillion light-years of emptiness. You are now a very thin mist of radiation in a graveyard of a universe. The irony is palpable. You waited a year to see the future, and the future turned out to be a dark, empty room with no furniture and no one to talk to. It is the ultimate form of social distancing. Mathematically, you survived the year. Physically, you are a cloud of irradiated gas. Temporally, you are the last remaining thing in existence. The experiment is a success. You successfully witnessed the entire lifespan of the universe from a front row seat. Unfortunately, there is no one left to write the peer-reviewed paper. The scientific community has been dead for several trillion years. This makes the process of getting tenure extremely difficult. Your findings are groundbreaking, but the audience is non-existent. The final result is a total loss of assets. Your house is gone, your friends are dust. The planet is a memory, all this for a year of floating in a dark hole. In the end, the most painful part is the missed dental appointment. The universe is a terrifying place. You should probably stay home. Subscribe to the What If Club to find more ways to accidentally delete yourself from the timeline of existence.